Hello, it's Monday, June 10th, and that means two things. If you're the reading type, this whole thing has been available via email for a few hours already, and it's time for the lighting industry news brief brought to you by Keystone Technologies and the Linta. It's elegant, it's modern, it's versatile. Uplight or downlight on a switch, power select on a switch, CCT on a switch. Comes with a bunch of mounting options. This is light made easy. This is KeystoneTech.com. Visit the link in the description if you please. Let's get into the news. AD and iMark will be merging with 725 businesses forming one huge buying group. We have a recall on Good Earth light bars. These are rechargeable motion sensitive LED bars that pose both a fire and burn hazard and have been linked with a fatality. Noco has bought Shanor Electric Supply. That's a former Kenmore brand. App Prime Lighting opens. That's a new manufacturer on the scene. Hexco has bought a new facility, setting up a plastics processor in Wallingford, Connecticut. Primera Engineers is expanding by buying Corey Electrical Engineering. Musco celebrates their grand opening of a new fabrication facility with a ribbon cutting and open house today. They also mourn the loss of not being the coolest thing in Iowa. The final round of the manufacturing prize went to a self-propelled hay baler. ALA and NEMA announced that the USTR Section 301 was bad for lighting. Their comments on the tariff policy call for increasing rates on 14 product types. The ETC opens a new innovation center in Squamish, BC. The Silhouette Awards are open for submission. If you participated in the mentorship program, the deadline is August 5th. We have submissions open for the Beacon Awards. That's due on September 4th. Minnesota has passed a residential energy code and banning fluorescent lamps. This is part of a number of energy-related bills that passed last week. The DOE has defined zero emissions, a standard beyond carbon neutral, beyond net zero, and it's ready for you to buzz about. Chinese exports are up with 7% gains in May. Fulham celebrates 30 years in the business of ballasts and drivers. The Zumtobel Group is planning a share buyback with 9,000 units of common stock bought over several days. Oracle has bought Luma Media. They both make electroluminescent panels for cars. LMPG has launched a new sustainability program brand-wide. The NECA, the NEMA, the NAED, and the NEMRA have signed an MOU. This recognizes the necessity of a collaborative approach to address the changes and opportunities of their respective but interconnected industries. Leviton's Oregon facility is carbon neutral. We have First Choice Electric being named Supply Showroom of the Year, or at least to the finals thereof. We have a new Blingle franchise announced in Port Charlotte, Florida. Starnes Electric is moving outside with new exterior lighting services. Tuthill celebrates 100 years. They're a New York business. And the NACLIQ is asking for your input. This survey is gauging the authenticity and sincerity of corporate DEI programs. In legal briefs, we have Visual Comfort sued by Semileds for LED patents in question. Signify has sued Keystone for a number of products accused of a number of patent violations. On the rep agency side, ELA and Synergy have expanded their WEF deal into 4 new regions. BGNA has picked lighting solutions for PA, South New Jersey, and Delaware. Lighting Element in San Francisco will be shutting down, and ADC will be distributing TUI. In events news, you can check out the Nailed convention. It's still coming. It's still taking registrations. That's on August 19th. We have registration open for the IES Street and Area. We have the DLC Control Summit open for registration. We have registration open for 2024 Glaze. That's indoor growers. CEDIA has announced their new education programs with Smart Homes Conference hosting 80 sessions. The ALA seminar series will talk about better light and sleep in June in Dallas. And Lightovation is adding a preview day on the 18th of June. IoT-wise, Vantage has partnered with Wall Smart in a new keypad deal, and Printed Electronics has released a shirt. It has electrodes for ECG monitoring. In R&D, we have a study showing that people like personalized lighting. This is a study from Carnegie Mellon showing what electric light controls do as exterior lighting conditions change. We have a new survey and study from PNNL on flicker and automotive lighting. In darkness-related news, circadian dysregulation has been linked to metabolic diseases. Again, DSI releases their State of the Science report for the year. The JACC has a seminar on light pollution. Tivoli has debuted a wildlife safe tape LED. We have reducing coastal lighting, reducing seabird strandings. We have birdsong timing changing due to Allen. Colorado celebrates an entire month for dark skies. And Dutch ports are working to balance lighting. Teton County, Wyoming works for a DSI recognition. The Tesla Gigafactory in Texas is provoking light pollution complaints. We have Park City, Utah switching to LED street lighting, but the better kind. Ed Freeman was on Restoring Darkness this week. We have horticultural news. Nature's Miracle will be distributing Osram lamps. Scott's Miracle Grow has updated their full year fiscal guidance. Soli opens a 140,000 square foot organic soil-based vertical farm in San Antonio, and China has opened a rice farm in the deserts of Xinjiang, Uyghur. In sports news, Brainlit has installed biocentric lighting at Target Field. We have a recap of the Tri-City Chili Peppers Cosmic Baseball games, and the Dominican National Stadium is upgrading their lighting ahead of the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. In recommended reading, I also recommend you listen to Get a Grip on Lighting, talking about LA streetlights, and the Lighting Controls podcast, talking about the Fools in Rush. But we can also talk about aging in place and what lighting means for that. We have Streets, Dangerous by Design, Street Lighting Design and Light Pollution, Cyber Security in Commercial Real Estate. We have a case study of a church in Salt Lake City, Utah, a office in NYC, a recap of the IES Education Tour, a simplification of your controls, LED sign retrofits. We have an energy performance certificate and whether they're worth anything, and what are you e-labeling? In local news, San Juan Islands Museum of Art will host Tsutakawa's Generations, a flow of water, form, and light. Indianapolis, Indiana is planning $80 million in safety projects. Massachusetts is seeking not quite $150 million in grant funds from the feds. Augusta, Georgia will be spending $1 million on streets. Newark, New Jersey is planning a pedestrian safety blitz. We have new lighting projects in Hub City, Mississippi. McAllen, Texas is planning 10 years of street lighting projects. You can get free bulbs from Duke Energy. San Antonio is revamping their historic cemeteries. Brookfield, Ohio is pondering LEDs on streets. We have a new indoor lighting program at Chappaqua, New York. And Floridians have protested state rules for bridge lighting with their own flashlights. Internationally, Kenya is the first firm to test the Internet of Garbage sorting. Australia has launched a new household upgrade fund. Gambia has its own lighting testing lab now. Calvia, Spain has renovated their seasides. Singapore sets new efficiency requirements for data centers. And Ireland has completed the largest LED switch project in the country's history. And People News, Greenlux has named Kerry Kayla as their CEO. Wow Lighting has hired Paige Papley as their sales rep for Edmonton. Arvin Vora has been named an aspiring leader. Neil Manning has been named the president and COO of Array. Current has picked Drew Roberts as their VP of sales for the U.S. Southeast. Current has also appointed Sharon Thomas as their VP of marketing. We have James Gast joining Cadence Tech Sales as their president. Priscilla Landry has rejoined Lightform, now as a senior account exec. And Drew Jackson has been promoted to regional sales manager at Omnicable. In the weird stuff, the parade of planets you're seeing on social media, not a thing. But a thing you can see is a sea slug that eats light. You can also make a Moore effect clock face. You can make a tiny Vegas sphere, or a cool laser gun and a glowing target. Until next time, I've been Scott Walker. I want to thank Leadvance, Lead Efficient Design, Espen, and ETI for their support. I want to thank you for listening. Until next time, enjoy your week. Enjoy the music.
You drive me wild. Your mother, she took the blue pill. Your father, the red pill drove him